What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I will outright admit I was just patently wrong. Okay, I said the other day, a couple of days ago, I was not going to make any more Joe Biden videos. Then the very next day, I made another Joe Biden video. And once again, folks, here we go. Another Joe Biden video. We are continuing Joe Biden's walking through the White House on his way out the door, pulling grenades off of his jacket and throwing them behind him, and burning everything to the freaking ground on his way out. This guy has done more to damage this country just in the past couple of months than in his first year, I believe. Like, this dude has been doing nothing but just trying to destroy this country, it seems like. Just doing every single thing he can. Check this out, y'all. Biden moves to ban cigarettes on his way out of the door. Okay, so now you're going to piss off about half the country with that, right? I used to smoke. I don't smoke anymore. I quit. I flipped to this, which they're trying to ban these too. These taste way better. I can breathe a whole hell of a lot better. I can actually go jogging and have no problems whatsoever, right? I feel better. I look better. Blah, 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 blah. You get it. Now, I don't think smoking is good. Smoking is very bad for your health. But, you know, a lot of people smoke. And a lot of people like to smoke. And, you know, in this country, the land of the free, right? That's our motto. The land of the free and the home of the brave. Well, hang on. If we can't go and have a damn cigarette whenever we want one, what is it really a free country, right? Like, we're already questioning this because of so many laws and so many regulations. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do blah, 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 blah. It just goes on and on and on. But, you know, Joe Biden, forever the authoritarian here, just wants to get rid of cigarettes for some reason, right? Like, once again, I will say it outright, cigarettes are not good for you, but that's one of those things, you know, if you want to go and eat 10 freaking ice creams in a row, right? Like, ice cream is bad for you as well. And Joe Biden has no problem eating buttloads of ice cream. Like, these are not good things. Cigarettes are not good, but ice cream also is not good. But he's not trying to ban ice cream, is he? No, he's not. I don't understand these people. A planned ban in the works throughout President Joe Biden's administration could come within the final days, serving smokers up to the cartels. What does that mean? Yeah, you'll see. Hardly any facet of American lives have remained untouched by regulatory overreach in the 4 years that Biden has occupied the White House. Now, after previously delaying a specific ban over concerns of backlash impacting the election, the Food and Drug Administration is poised to finalize a rule reducing legal nicotine levels, setting the stage for illicit sales and increased risk to consumers. What they meant by illicit sales is, you remember what happened back during the Prohibition era, whenever they banned alcohol, essentially? Yeah, we had these things called bootleggers, right? They made their own alcohol, and then they delivered it all over the place. And, you know, it was organized crime at the time. There was major pushback, fighting with cops and all that. That's bad, right? That's a possibility with this. People will still get. That's why they said serving up to the cartels, because, you know, you make something like this illegal, right? It's tobacco. So it's like, what? So the cartels are going to, once again, creating a power vacuum, making it illegal. Now people want this quote unquote drug. So the cartels are going to swoop in to save the day. And that's what they meant by serving them up to the cartels. It's all just crazy to me, but, you know, it is what it is. Biden's ban is a gift with a bow and balloons to organized crime cartels with it. Whether it's cartels, Chinese organized crime, or Russian mafia, it's going to keep America smoking, and it's going to make the streets more violent, argued Rich Marianas to Fox News Digital. The chair of the Tobacco Law Enforcement Network and former assistant director of the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives specifically expressed his concerns that Mexican cartels would begin trafficking tobacco products in a fashion similar to drug and human trafficking, while also predicting a counterproductive outcome. You're going to create more smoking, and I thought that's what we were trying to get away from, right? Smoking is bad. I thought we were trying to do everything possible to get away from that and get the country safer. Well, if you take down the nicotine levels, people are going to smoke more. That is proven, said Marianas. All you have to do is just drive here in D.C. and see, workers on their smoke break. Yeah, that's a pretty good point right there. I'll stop and break on that. That's a pretty good point. You reduce the nicotine levels, it's going to cause people to smoke more, right? Which, thinking about this, trying to zoom out a little bit, thinking about it, that could cause people to quit, possibly. He's not talking about banning cigarettes outright, but y'all remember the was it menthol ban that Biden was trying to do? It got a lot of blowback from that. Lots of blowback from that. And that's somehow you can tell when people are trying to run on a problem instead of solving a problem. When you have an election coming up and all of a sudden that issue goes away, just goes quietly into that good night, and you don't see it until after the election. Surprise, surprise, then it pops back up. But, I'm not really sure exactly how this is going to go. Reducing the nicotine levels, it's going to cause people to smoke more, right? So they're going to get more toxins, because it's not the nicotine that's the bad thing, right? It's the carcinogenic chemicals that you're inhaling into your lungs when you do that, right? So that's the problem. It's not the nicotine itself. So reducing the nicotine levels is kind of a bonehead maneuver. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you do this? Right? You might as well just ban tobacco outright. Doesn't make any sense to me, but, it is what it is. This decision is being thrown down the public's throat without 1 ounce of thought and preparation. Nobody sat down with law enforcement. Nobody sat down with any doctors. No one sat down with any regulators to find out, hey, look, what are the unintended ramifications of such a poor choice? And that's what I'm going to call it, a poor choice, he added. In late 2023, as Biden took heat over proposed ban on menthol cigarettes, viewed by many as disproportionately impacting black communities, it was reported that Massachusetts' own ban on the tobacco product had preemptive increased contraband seizures. A recent report by the Massachusetts Illegal Tobacco Task Force found that contraband cigarette seizures skyrocketed from just 5,377 in 2021 to 18,483 in 2022. The New England Convenience Store and Energy Marketers Association posted on their website. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for the FDA told Fox News Digital the proposed rule, tobacco product standard for nicotine level of certain tobacco products, is displaying in the Office of Management and Budget's ROCUS system and as having completed regulatory review on January 3rd. As the FDA has previously said, a proposed product standard to establish a maximum nicotine level to reduce the addictiveness of cigarettes and certain other combusted tobacco products, when finalized, is estimated to be among the most impactful population-level actions in the history of U.S. tobacco product regulation, continued the spokesperson. At this time, the FDA cannot provide any further comment until it is published. Wow, so they think that this is going to reduce the addictiveness of it, right? What about the people that are already addicted to it? That's not going to reduce the addictiveness. That's going to cause them to smoke more. Or it's going to cause them to seek out things with higher nicotine levels, right? Stop trying to ban these outright, because those have higher nicotine levels, I do believe. Right? You can also get the juice. You get the refillable vapes. You can get the juice that has like an insane amount of nicotine in it. It's ridiculous. I had to quit those. I didn't like those too much. I like the disposable ones. They last about a week, and then you throw them away and you go get another one. But, I think this is not going to make people quit. It's not going to make it less addictive. Now, maybe for new smokers, if that's the angle, I can kind of see where you're going with this. But once again, at the same time, now you're reducing the freedoms, like the things that people enjoy. Yeah, they know it's bad for their health. They don't care, obviously. So they're going to continue to do it. But you know what? A lot of things are bad for our health. But that doesn't stop the government from cramming that stuff down our throat, right? We can go buy alcohol all we want. Alcohol is bad for your health. Like I was talking about earlier, candy. You walk into a convenience store and you're slammed in the face. There's nothing but candy freaking everywhere. That's really bad for your health. There's a lot of things that are bad for your health. But the government stops us from doing some of these and doesn't stop us from doing others. I wonder why that is. I never knew. Maybe it's just authoritarianism at its greatest. They see candy, oh, it's just sweets, right? But it's really bad for you, right? These people intentionally poison our foods with some of these red dyes, yellow dyes. Like, RFK Jr. talks about this all the time. They allow this stuff to be put into our food. But they want you to stop smoking. They want to reduce the addictiveness of this. Or what about the addictiveness of eating food? Like, seriously, these people are just outright authoritarian. That's it. That's all this is about. An authoritarian power grab. Just to do something to get himself out the door so later down the road they could try to say, oh, Biden reduced the nicotine levels. That's insane, because Joe Biden knows that he's the worst president by far in American history. And it shows. It shows badly. It shows in his record outright. The only thing people ever bring up good about Joe Biden, oh, he passed this act and the CHIPS Act and the American Rescue Plan, blah, blah, blah. That's all legislation that he did not write up, by the way. He just signed off on it. That's his only accomplishments. Everything else is failures. Just outright. Everything else is utter failures. It's insane. It is just truly insane what they're trying to do. Right? Why not make alcohol illegal again? Yeah, you know what happened when we did that the first time. Yeah, that's not a very good idea, is it? Reducing the nicotine levels in cigarettes. Pretty much trying to ban menthol cigarettes. It's all ridiculousness, if you ask me. But I just thought that was kind of an interesting story. It's just another jab at Joe Biden over here, because once again, he's destroying his reputation just outright. He's not going to be viewed upon as the bastion of health over here that got rid of the nicotine levels in tobacco. Nobody's going to remember this in 3 years. Nobody. It'll probably be overturned, but you never know. But nobody's going to remember that Joe Biden did this in 3 years, except for people that smoke, and they're going to be pissed off about it. They're going to be railing and gnashing their teeth, screaming about Joe Biden being a bastard because they died earlier because he reduced the nicotine levels, causing them to smoke more. Does Joe Biden not understand how addictiveness works? Right, I understand adding more is not a good thing. You don't want to add more nicotine to it because people would just get more and more addictive. But you don't want to take it away either. Like, we need to figure out a chemical way to just quit smoking altogether where there's none of those withdrawals or anything like that. I know there's patches and pills and blah, 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 blah. But they don't really work. Like, not really good, at least. They don't do the trick. I'll put it that way. But I think I've rambled on for long enough on this one, y'all. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about this. This is just crazy in my opinion. Once again, the Biden administration, having a problem to a solution over here. It's just doing everything ass backwards, if you ask me. But y'all let me know what y'all think. That's all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching. And y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Peace.